Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. This is the new one as the new and improved Priya Cool. If you are new here or if you are not so new here and this is the first time you're seeing me on your subscriptions again, my name is Priya, aka Beauty in the Books, aka Priya Cool, and welcome back to my channel. Today we have a little get unready with me / let's talk some wedding things. Now we're going to talk all things what I have learned wedding planning so far. I have talked to my friends who are also in the middle of wedding planning and just other people that have had weddings and stuff, so not all of these things are from me directly. They're also feedback from other people that they wish they knew. Oh, pulling out eye goo is one of the best feelings in the world. I will link all of my products and stuff that I use down below. Oh, I've got a cold, so my nose is so crusty. Anyway, I just want to let you know what I washed my face with. So I took my makeup off with the Soap and Glory Glow, is that what it's called? Glow Your Mind Cleansing Balm. Nourishing cleansing balm, which I have to say I have been loving. It's a huge pot like this and it's so gentle on the skin. It doesn't have any fragrance and it's really gentle and it gets everything off, like I mean everything. Okay, and then I double cleansed and went in with the CeraVe foaming cleanser for normal to oily skin. That's basically how I take my makeup off every single time I wear makeup. Okay, right, on to toner. We've got Pixi Glow Tonic. This was gifted to me. I love them for that, thank you very much. Right, so the first point I would say is it's overwhelming. From the point in which you originally get engaged for at least, I don't know, I want to say like 6 months. It's overwhelming. Not the fact, not like, you know, aside from the fact that you're engaged, this is a huge life moment, this is incredible, but like everybody wants to be involved. And I'm going to speak from this in terms of personal perspective. I understand that there are couples out there that don't get support, love, and like positive energy as much as others, so I'm going to speak from my own experience, but I am aware that not every couple has a community of people out there rooting for them. So yeah, people want to help, they want to get involved, they want to know what's going on because it's exciting. It's an exciting time, but equally you might not always have the answers to all of that information, you know, and also you just want to sit and fester and enjoy this new like time of your life. It's basically, it's just a lot, and straight away everybody's asking you, do you have a date? Are you throwing an engagement party? Who's your maid of honor? Who's your bridesmaid? Like everybody just always is just asking you about things, and also then you kind of feel a pressure to make those decisions. Oh, it's cold. Like, should you be making all these decisions right now? Should you have it all together? Because, you know, you're being asked about it, so why shouldn't you know, like, what your order of the day is going to be when you've just been engaged? So I would just basically say, you're going to be overwhelmed, and that's okay. And it's easy to be overwhelmed because it's new, it's exciting, it's a life change, and, you know, everybody wants to be involved. But my advice would be to kind of have your boundaries a little bit with people, and your loved ones, well, they'll understand. So if you're very much like, look, I appreciate the fact that you're really excited and ask me these questions, but right now I just want to relish in the fact that I'm engaged, so I'd appreciate it if you just tone down the questions. And you know, as long as you treat other people with respect and kindness, then that's all you should get in return, right? So yeah, that's my advice piece number 1. You will be overwhelmed. I was definitely, oh look, is this, what is that? How do people keep these normally? I don't even know if that's the right way. The eye patches I've just put on are the Pixi Dream-y Eye Replenishing PM patches. Again, I was very kindly gifted these. Thank you, Pixi. Okay. So So, kind of tying in with the whole overwhelming and boundary setting thing, don't get caught up in how everybody else has their wedding. It's your wedding, so plan it your way. And I don't mean this in that don't get caught up in everybody's opinions. What I mean is comparison is the thief of joy in that sense. So like, it's so easy to go on like Instagram and see all these cool weddings, all these cool bits of entertainment, all these, you know, nice little finishing touches and stuff and bits and bobs and stuff like that, and you know, teams of 15 bridesmaids getting together and all of those sorts of things. Like, but then so it's very easy to compare your wedding to what the ones that you see online are, and if yours is just going to be real simple, off to the registry hall, church hall, good one or whatever, and then a nice easy nice dinner in a hotel kind of banqueting suite or something, if that's just yours, then that's it. But you see all these other big fancy ones, and obviously it's going to be so easy to just be like, oh, you know, and try and shoot beyond your means. But people have different budgets, people have different styles, people have different kind of priorities when it comes to their own wedding and what they want to focus on and what they want to spend on. So I just want you to be aware that try not to compare things. It's so good to take inspiration from these things, but do it to your own means, and don't be caught up by it, and don't think that you're not going to have a good wedding because you didn't have an ice sculpture dripping with champagne or something like that. Equally, don't get caught up / try not to get caught up in how things should feel when you're planning your wedding. I've obviously myself become victim to this myself. It's so easy to just think, oh, I should be feeling like this, why am I not feeling like this in this aspect of the planning stage? You know, this person's put their wedding planning on social, and them and their couple look like they're, you know, having the best time at this cake tasting, and I'm just here like stressed out of my head. Or maybe you've gone wedding dress shopping and it's just not hit like it does, and Say Yes to the dress. For some reason it's just frustrating, you can't find anything, and even when you do find whatever you want, it's not the big firework crying emotional moment. So yeah, like, cut yourself some slack, basically. It's intense. And don't have any expectations of yourself in how you should be doing things and the perceived way in which you should be feeling things. Just feel them as you feel them, because they are then truthful to yourself. And yeah, it sucks if you're not like uber excited about one thing that you thought you would be, but I guess that's just your experience. Okay, these have been on for long enough. Okay, what's next? I hope that last one made sense. Also, just to add to that kind of feelings one, don't be disheartened, and don't be too hard on yourself either if you're not acting in the way you thought you would have acted, or the way that you think you should be acting. Just go easy on yourself. Moving on to some serums. I've got two. We've got Estée Lauder Advanced Night Repair, which was gifted, and the Ordinary Multi-Peptide Plus HA Serum. So let's go on with both of these. I got sent this on Diwali like last year, like a year ago now. And if I'm being honest, it wasn't all that, so I wouldn't go out and buy it. I've only used it because it was sent to me, and you know, I don't want to waste it. I mean, it feels nice, but I'm not quite sure what it's doing on my skin. Anyway, I would suggest having designated wedding free days and designated wedding planning days. It's so easy for the big event, to consume every aspect of your life, of your relationships, of everybody you talk to. It's just such an easy conversation starter. It's just such an easy topic to, you know, get going, that you often forget that there are other people and other people living lives outside of your wedding. I mean, how dare they? Yeah, so I have implemented wedding free days, which have basically turned into monthly date nights, whereby we don't discuss anything to do with the wedding at all on that day. it's just a chance for us to go on a date, have a good time, and just obviously remember why we're getting married in the first place. So there's that, and then equally to make sure that things are progressing and that we're doing things, we've dedicated 1 day a week, Wedding Wednesday, to be doing wedding things. So no matter what, without fail, if we miss anything in the week, Wedding Wednesday is to answer the emails, check in with vendors, do research, you know, book things, pay things, everything. At least we know that we've got 1 day where we both set aside time, because that's another thing. If you're both busy working or you've got other commitments, it's very easy to just let things fall astray. And then tying in with that, communication is key between you and your fiance, whoever they may be. Again, like, just in life, everybody is stressed and tired, and you've got work to do, and then you've got a wedding to plan if you're not having a planner. Like, it's easy to just be frustrated and take it out on your other person. And if there's things that you feel like are getting out of control, or maybe you're thinking, oh no, we're getting carried away with the budget on the florals and I'm not comfortable with this, like, don't be quiet. Communicate that in a respectful manner, obviously, but yeah, so communicate everything and anything, like things you're excited about, things that you're not so excited about, things you're stressed about, because at the end of the day, you guys, you're a team, and after this 1 day, you're gonna have to live together for all of eternity. So, you know, if you can't communicate now, then we've got problems. So yeah, just make sure that any concerns, worries, or issues that you have, you are voicing them, and just keep it open. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's hard. It's hard to communicate nicely and properly, but it's so much worth it. That makes sense. I talk about communicating, I'll speak. It makes it so much more worth it, and you avoid so many problems in the long run because you don't have that built up like resentment from not like communicating how you feel and expecting your partner to understand, or you're not going to end up in like not debt or like contracts that you didn't really want to be in. So yeah, just if you're not happy about something, or if you are happy about something, just share it. That cream that I just put on was the L'Oreal Paris Triple Active Night. This is my second bottle of this, and I'm definitely buying a third because it's very nice. So these kind of tie in with each other. So you want to, 1, be organised, and 2, you want to research your life away, like you're doing your university dissertation. Be organised in whatever that means to you. Like, don't be organised in a way that suits your fiance, or a way that suits your mum, or a way that suits your friends, or whatever. Be organised in, God, my hair looks awful. Let's tuck you behind there. I don't think this lighting helps either. Yeah, be organised in a way that makes sense to you. I've seen brides on TikTok use great big whiteboards with sticky notes to manage all their to-do lists and tasks. And then equally, I've seen people use spreadsheets, and then other people tend to use apps. I am the app girly, as mixed with a bit of spreadsheet. I use Hitched. I did use Bridebook. This is not sponsored. But I liked Hitched because not only does it let you use a wedding website, which we are using, there's a free bit of advice. Use a wedding website. You're going to save yourself a lot of hassle. It also allocates your tasks out by kind of time. So you put in your wedding day, and it tells you how many days until you've got until you're married, your wedding day even. But then it kind of backtracks and lays out all the tasks that you have to do, your checklist, in time frame. So what you should be doing 15 to 12 months before your wedding, what you should be doing 7 to 5 months before the wedding, so on and so forth, which I found really helpful because it just like let me know where I should be, if I'm ahead of schedule or if I'm behind, or you know, it was just really helpful. So yeah, basically just be organised however works for you and your brain, and it might be different for you and your partner, just so long as you both know what's going on. Yeah, just do what you can. And then research. I was very lucky in that inadvertently absorbed a whole lot of wedding stuff by visiting and attending weddings, but also working then with my mum on hair and makeup trips that we did. So from the age of like, I don't know, 14, I was just thinking of things that, oh yeah, I would like that at my wedding. Oh no, I wouldn't like that at my wedding. Oh, I didn't like that. I like that venue. I wasn't quite sure on those flowers. And same with watching Bollywood films. I was like, oh my god, that lehenga, that style, like, you know, I've absorbed it all. So it's definitely hard if you have never ever thought about it, because that is what we struggled with. I was very much in tune to kind of what I wanted, how I wanted things, whereas my fiance was not. He was very much like, I don't know, I've never done weddings before, I don't know what I like, I don't know what I want. So therefore I put it upon myself to make the Pinterest boards, because I was also very aware that he can get overwhelmed quite quickly when there's too many options, too many things to think about. So I collated a lovely Pinterest board full of various folders and boards and pins and whatever that allocate everything out. And I also used a Google spreadsheet, and what was listed on the Google spreadsheet basically helped me build what pins and what boards I needed. So I'd go like venue decor, venue kind of inspiration, groom outfits, bridal party outfits, groomsmen outfits, stationery ideas, you know, and I put it all together. So I mean, do that, make a presentation on Canva, like a mood board or something, TikTok, like however works, but just go on, need to research. But also to caveat that, like, I wouldn't recommend choosing between 15 different vendors for one thing. I think like 2 or 3 is fine, otherwise I think you're just gonna exhaust yourself, and they're also gonna be so different but so similar, so you're just gonna struggle. So I have some spats. So I've just put on, this is rubbed off, the Pixi Zero Zit Spot Solution. This was gifted. Everything Pixi in this video was gifted, and I'm gonna put a lovely spot right here. Now, last but not least, we have the Pixi Dream-y Mist Jasmine and Lavender, which is an overnight mist. What I like about this, the scent is really not that strong at all, and you can spray it on your pillow. I mean, also on the research side of things, as well as it helps you to kind of visualize and think about, you know, the aesthetics and the nice pretty things, that you also really need to know how to book your registrar. Do you need to give notice? Like if you're marrying abroad, how do you give notice? What documents do you need? How does it fit into the timeline of your proposed day? Are you getting married in a venue and you need the registrar out there, or are you getting married in a registry office? Can you afford the budgets? Because it's just, registrars are expensive. So yeah, like it's also very important to like figure out the legal and the actual administrative side of things between getting married, as well as all the pretty things. Yeah, okay. Last but not least, people will have expectations of where they sit in your wedding, on your wedding day, and how they're invited to events leading up. If you're like me, you're gonna have a load of events leading up to the wedding, and hen-dos, and I don't know if people are doing bridal showers or whatever. So yeah, you're gonna have people, friends, family, associates, whatever, who in their brain think they have a certain relationship with you, and therefore think they should be invited or should be helping out with certain things on the wedding day and being involved in the wedding day, as well as any events leading up to it. So when you have to tell them that that is not the case, it's going to be awkward, but it's better you do it rather than go along with it. So therefore your wedding day is how you want it, and there's no awkwardness or anything like that, because you kind of feel a little bit blindsided by them and a bit resentful because they've just weaseled their way into your wedding when you didn't want them to. So yeah, I would just be honest with everybody. Again, communication is key. And if they don't take it the right way and they're rude about it, then frankly, you wouldn't have want them in your wedding day. And there's that. So yeah, there's going to be a few awkward moments, and you're going to have to tell parents, grandparents, friends, that their friends or family aren't invited or something, and it's unavoidable. Just treat people with respect and hopefully you get the respect back. But yeah, just it's not the nice bit. It's not, it's awkward. Very awkward. So yeah, that is it. If you have any pieces of advice for anyone that might be watching this, or even for me, because your girl still has some time and I'm still figuring some things out, please leave them in the comments. I should have made myself a cup of tea. Let me know if there's any other bits of wedding-y content you want to see. I feel like I will be supplying loads next year. But yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Don't get overwhelmed. That's not what I think. What's going on with this display? And I don't know what. Caught up in... Come on, man. Okay. Like, I just want to fling them at somebody's head. That needs to be painted properly. Been babbling on for 21 minutes now. It doesn't normally take me that long.